Good morning. This is part 8 of our WeShed build. Okay, as you can see, what we are doing today is we're putting the actual lock here. I gotta return this zip system sheet here. I had purchased an extra one just in case I messed up, but I didn't, so I can return that. And when I return it, I could purchase the trim that we're doing. And then on Thursday, the weather should hit in the 80s, so then we could check the roof, how it's coming out. If you haven't seen any of these videos yet, I'll leave the link in the description at the bottom, but just show you how it's looking up here. So it's looking good. It's just that one area over there that kind of concerned me. But on Thursday, the temperatures should reach in the 80s, so I think everything will finally stick down and basically fall in place like it should be. For those of you that didn't watch part 7, excuse me, because I'm still under the weather. I can barely talk. For those of you that didn't watch part 7, the day that I was putting the peel and stick or cap sheeting, it got very windy out of nowhere. The day started out great and then it just got really windy. Then the pine needles, when I was peeling off to install the cap sheet, that's when pine needles started falling all over, and I'm like, oh my god. I had to start trying to pick them out with my nails. It was very frustrating. So then I just stopped what I was doing. I went and I started cutting all those branches that had a lot of the dead pine needles, which those are some of the branches that I haven't picked up. Then with this blower here, blew everything off the roof, all those little pine needles. This was a huge help and it works amazing. And that's like I think it was like 40 bucks for that tool. We also have to put the gutter back in place, remove all the blue tape, but I won't do that until it hits the 80s. Then I'll go back up there with my roller and roll all the edges back down. Then I should be good from there. Because with this product here, I shouldn't be nailing the edges or anything like that. But because of my situation that day of the wind and the cold, it just made things not stick the way it should have. So before I start anything else, I need to start getting things organized here. Clean up this area. And I'm a little upset with myself because I thought I was done with the router and I completely forgot this part here. So I need to route out that whole area and make it nice and flush, because I am putting trim in this corner. I noticed I missed a spot here. go. Nice and clean. We're still debating where the desk is gonna go for the electronics, but I do need to take some measurements. So I'm slowly transforming the shop into just a wood shop. Excuse the mess, but this is the desk that'll be going into the WeShed. And in this shop is where I'll be storing all the extra material. Hopefully I could get to that today, but right now what I need to do is unbox my compressor because I need that for today to put the trim. And behind the coupe is where my other compressor is. I don't know what happened. It just died on me. When I was building the 30-foot garden box, it died on me, so I just left it where it was at. I haven't trashed it because I'm going to remove quite a few parts from there. We're plugged in. Looking good. Now right here where the two T111s meet, this centerpiece, we're going to put a small strip. Then we're going to take measurements and put one over there just so it could look uniform. But before I do that, I'm going to put a bead of caulk in there.
Over here, if you haven't subscribe. It's for free, and give a thumbs up. It'll help the channel. Let's watch this guy.
Tell you this much, the compressor did its job just like I expected. All the trim is in. The trim on the window is looking good. I'm done. Finally got the trim in, looking good. Here's my corner. Looks good. I'm happy with it. As you can see, I decided to go with a 45 cut. I just think it looks a lot better doing 45s. Okay, today's the day to check out the roof. It's 80 degrees. This is the only tool I'm taking up there. Looks good so far. A few spots here. The good thing is tomorrow we have another good day of weather. Nice. All the blue tape is off. It's looking good. The best part is that tomorrow is also going to be in the high 70s. Let's touch this. It's not really tacky. a little bit. But I love the way that came out. I'll probably trim a little bit more of these dead small little branches. Right now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to put the lock on the patio door. But first let me finish drinking my coffee. I have purchased this on Amazon. That's cool. It came with 3 keys. But what I'm hoping for, that it fits. It looks pretty much identical. But before I even attempt that, I need to make some adjustments. See the big difference? And how we do that, right here on the side, the very bottom corner. And once you think you got it, I'm gonna verify that, get your level. We're good. So you can see, no more gap. Now to install the lock. All right. Now I'm curious, would I be able just to change this part only? Let's find out. And I'm going to not use any power tools on this. Don't want to cross thread or ruin anything here. And when I mean cross thread, I mean cross thread the screws. So here's the locking mechanism that came with the kit. It's a whole kit. Let's take this key out for now. If it'll come out. Okay. If we look right in there, we should be able to line that up and get it in there. Oh, the other side popped out. See these notches here? I'm going to remove one of them by using 2 needle nose pliers. Okay, forget about the needle nose pliers. I needed some vice grips for this, but I got it off. So I just did the littlest one first, which was the very tip. You can see. And if it's still too long, then I'll take off the next one, which is, if you can see that, the line there, there you go. Okay. I might have to do another one, not sure. Let's see. Maybe not. I think we're good. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna just file off some of the sharp edges. Okay, got this one in. Now I gotta get this into. I just stuck my knee on the screw there. So I'm always with knee pads because I always make that mistake. There you go. Get it in there. Gotta feel your way in there. Okay. Now, for the handle. Putting the same handle back on that I removed. Probably need to loosen that. I think it's a little too tight. Yeah, that's better. So this moment of truth. All right. Now let's see if we can actually lock it. Now for the next step is this. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna place it right here. Kind of get it in there, see where it's at. Like that. Take my pencil, make a mark there, mark at the top. Okay, that's one. That's two. Now we get our drill. Okay. Nice. Now that we know that works, we can place our two remaining screws. Now the remaining hardware, I could just hold on to that. If for whatever reason any of these components get bad, I can replace them. Now we got our trim done, the lock done, the roof done. Now I need to reconnect our gutter. Let's get these leaves out the way. Just to show you with some Tim snips, I had to nip the drip edge just a little bit on both sides. And on this corner here was still lifting up a little bit, so I just took some roof nails and slapped some flashing cement over top. Next on my list is we need some light in here. I'm going with some 24-volt LEDs. I purchased these on Amazon. Then I'll hang a power station on a shelf in this corner that'll power up the lights. This comes with a controller to tune your LEDs. I believe they're dimmable. It also brings the 24-volt adapter. On the back side is a sticky adhesive. And then to make my turns, what you do is you take a pair of scissors and you cut right on that line. Then I'll take these 90-degree clips here. Make sure that the copper is touching here. Then take your other end, put it on the opposite side, and that'll complete your circuit. Just to show you, I snapped it on. And every time you make a new connection, before you continue connecting the adhesive onto your wall or ceiling, make sure that it's working. That's what you want to see. Just make sure they're working. Yeah, so I decided I'm gonna put a shelf in this corner here like that, and at night when we come in, I could just press it on. We get some lights. So let me show you how I made these connections. I used the 90 there. I used a T connection here. Another 90 there. And then a straight piece to continue my row of LEDs. Let's turn on our light. Nice. That's a lot of light. And I'm running it off this power station. As you can see, the power station's not fully charged, and it's giving me about 13-14 hours of light. So you're gonna have a couple of days, because during the day you don't even need it on, but if you want some light, you don't have. That's why I went with these, because you can dim these. So here's my dimmer switch, and then when I lower it, you'll see over 26 hours, 30 hours, and that's still some decent light. But if you want it all the way cranked up, about good 13, probably 13 and a half hours. Now, when making these connections, when you cut that LED strip, you're doing it at your own risk. Because if you accidentally connect the other end the wrong way, and what I mean the wrong way, you have a negative and you have a positive. If I could zoom in, you see that? So when you make your connection, right? Let's just say your positive is right here and your negative's there. You make that connection. And then you accidentally take your next LED strip and you put it upside down. If you're receiving power from this end, you're gonna blow out all these LEDs. Typically, the first thing that'll go is the resistor. It is possible to repair this, but you will have to desolder that resistor and replace it, and you gotta order the resistor. And you just can't order one resistor. You're gonna have to order probably over a half a dozen. So keep in mind that when you're making your connection, that you're not connecting it the wrong way. And if you're still not sure, then you should cut out one segment and use this as your sample piece. And these are 4-inch segments. You can get them shorter than this, I believe 3 inches, 2 inches, even an inch. And if you order them in segments, just keep in mind that these are 24 volt LEDs, so you'll have up to 6 LEDs per segment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 12 volt will have 3. 1, 2, 3 instead. The 12 volts are a little easier to deal with if you want to make your turns at a certain point, because when they're 4 inches longer, as you can see, that's my cutoff point, that's my cutoff point. And I almost didn't make it on the beam here. I hope I didn't make that sound too confusing. I toned down the LEDs a little bit because it was a little too bright. I think this is perfect. So instead of 13 hours, now I'll get 22 hours. I got this shelf in here. Hopefully tomorrow I could get the desk in here. Most likely another shelf right there. But for now, I'm gonna have me a drink. Cheers. Oh yeah.